Hello, In the Marbles fans. How's it going? Thank you for tuning in to us this week here at In the Marbles. I'm Matt Beamer alongside Preston Lude. Preston, how's it going?
It's going.
Good, man. We got a new setup here.
Yeah, this is really cool. Like the die cast on the table. I think there's a fender up, a quarter panel. Well, actually, that's a door.
Yeah, that's
panel.
a door for...
Door panel. Yeah, I don't know what you got behind you over there. But
Brad Kozlowski's fender. Or not fender, but quarter panel.
Okay, quarter panel. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah,
So,
things are working.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts here, man. We got new cameras. YouTube is going to be restarting here very shortly, along with this episode, our 46th episode of In the Marbles.
Is that what it is? I've lost count.
Yeah, man, it's our 46th episode here, and now not only do I have to deal with the soundboard now, I deal with the cameras.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of button pushing over there.
I am, but I tell you what, it's going to be worth it.
In the long run, yes.
Because one day we'll have a producer to take care of this for us.
And then he'll be doing everything over there, and we won't have to worry about that.
No, we won't. And then we got a nice wide shot of the table and set up here, and that third camera can be moved to fit our needs when we have guests in the studio, man.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts.
Things are looking good.
But how's it going, man?
Things are well. A little tired, recovering from the sickness last week that I told you about.
Yeah, you had a crazy night last night, too.
Yes, we did. There were a couple different fires, but I didn't really get to make it to any of them.
It happens like that sometimes,
but it's just, where we're at, it's just such a large area. Let's just say we technically cover, 4 islands altogether anyways.
Yeah.
So if you're getting toned out to a certain area, usually you're in a different district. So usually that first run district is going to get there and get everything taken care of before you even get there. So, which is a good thing.
It's a good 8 times out of 10, I would say that's the case.
Yeah. So, a little bit busy night. I actually slept very well last night. So that obviously means I was tired yesterday.
Right.
So, but like I said, still recovering from that. I wouldn't call it a scare, but I was a little worried last week when I texted you about being sick.
Yeah.
And then I got hit with the email that I was possibly exposed, and I was like, no, come on.
Yeah, I just had my 3rd COVID test done.
Yeah, I had my second one done, and
it doesn't get any easier with those tests.
Really?
Oh, it's horrible.
I don't know. The second time around was much better for me. The guy that was doing it was great, and he was like,
he was gentle on you.
Well, I mean, he was talking me through everything, and he's like, "You done this before?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is my second time."
It sounds so bad. Oh, the guy took.
Yeah, he was joking with me and everything. He's like, "Just think happy thoughts," and I was like, "I already did that." So, what?
That's so weird, man. It was so weird.
But I mean, like, I don't even know how long those stupid swabs are, but I mean, like, wait, it feels like they're poking your brain anyways, but 10 seconds wasn't even that bad. Oh.
Just the way you're explaining it, man.
I know,
if we didn't even mention COVID, it would be the most unnatural conversation I'd have with another individual. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
10 seconds wasn't that bad. Oh, he's gentle on you. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, so it wasn't. It was okay. Everything was fine.
Oh God,
this is totally COVID related. Everybody.
Golly, dude. Okay, let's pick our words wisely from now on here in the show. That almost took a bad turn. I wasn't expecting that today.
Things happen, I guess.
I guess
sometimes.
So. But how's the rest of your life going, man?
Life's good.
I see that you're wearing a new shirt here.
Check it out. Yeah. I don't know if the camera can see it. I'm over there right now. You can't see it, but there it is. Racing Point, Formula One, man. So, it's nice.
I got my Scuderia Ferrari stuff. I figured if you're gonna wear your Racing Point stuff, I'll wear my Scuderia Ferrari stuff.
Yeah. So this shirt is this bolo was awesome. This thing feels great. Lightweight, everything. No wonder it costs so much money, first of all.
Well, yeah, it's a Formula One product. They're going to cost money. Plus, NASCAR products cost money, too. Some of those pit shirts.
Very expensive, yes.
Very expensive. I mean, just crazy. Like $99 for a Brad Kozlowski Miller Ford pit shirt.
Right.
But holy cow, man.
I will tell everybody at home, I do wear this when I race sometimes. So
now that's a funny story because I was iRacing yesterday. Now, I wasn't iRacing. I was spotting for Charlie. And he said, I want to find a way to hook up my helmet to the, game. And so I can wear my helmet and race and do it like that, which got me thinking. question opening up the show. You remember those How Bad If You Got It commercials with NASCAR where the guy would cut out a volleyball net and put it on his car window, and he would his daughter was swinging on a tire swing and he would change out the tire swing. It's like, how bad have you got it? And one of my favorite ones was actually the one where he stepped out in front of a speeding car. The car slammed on its brakes, and the guy, are you crazy? And drives off, and he smells the rubber that was burnt down.
Okay. I don't think I remember ever seeing that one.
My question to you is, starting off the show, have you ever done a How Bad Have You Got It moment, with regardless of Formula One or NASCAR?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. We used to, a buddy of mine, Brian, and I used to do this a lot. We would always get in our car. We would roll the window down, and we'd always get in the car like we were getting in a stock car before we would go anywhere.
I've done that.
So that is one of those moments I do remember now.
One of my moments is, you remember the old NASCAR Racing 2002 game for PC? Well, I would play that religiously, and I didn't have a powerful computer, so my dad let me use his laptop from his job. And I would sit there for hours just racing and racing and racing. And one day I had the bright idea to take their video camera, mounted behind my shoulder like the in-car camera, and I had a racing helmet I acquired somewhere. I acquired this racing helmet. So I put on the helmet, and I had the camera over there, and I had it hooked up to my TV, and it was very, very neat. It was, just like the real thing, in my opinion. It was perfect, just perfect. My dad walks into the room, sees the TV, thinks there's a race on at Pocono and there's an in-car camera, but then looks at me and puts two and two together. And says, son, I'm worried about you. In which I say, hey, Dad, at least I'm not doing drugs, getting girls pregnant, or anything like that. And he said, I'm still worried about you. That was my best how bad have you got it moment.
The fact that he said, I'm still worried about you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still worried about you, son.
Oh, wow. That's, I do have those how bad have you got it. I like to take it seriously.
Everybody does. And then when I used to mow the grass in my backyard, I still do it. I pretended I was doing Formula One laps.
Oh, nice.
And once I tried to make it a fuel mileage race, and I ran out of fuel, Michael Schumacher won.
Oh.
Back in the day where we could have fuel strategy in Formula One.
Yeah. So things are good. How are things for you?
I can't complain, man.
Have you done any iRacing lately?
No. I got my new steering wheel coming in today, so I'll be back on it.
Okay,
here very shortly. Can't wait for that. New Thrustmaster, little upgrade from the Logitechs.
Okay, yeah,
from the entry level wheels, from the wheel that you got.
Yeah. So
it's a good entry level wheel, but this one is nice.
I love the wheel that I use now. It's
and then what was it? So Caroline called earlier today, and she said, hey, is the Darlington race September 6th? As a matter of fact, it is. She said, you planning to go for the weekend? I said, I might go for the for the Xfinity race as well. And she said, well, the Kentucky Derby's that weekend. Do you want to go to the Kentucky Derby? No, I don't. Well, and then she said, well, I want to go, and I want to take her mom with her. Mm-hmm. I said, well, that's fun. I don't want to watch 1 horsepower. I want to watch 700 horsepower. You know, I don't want to hear, I want to hear, and I want to go to the race.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it for just 1 lap either.
No, I don't want a 1-lap race. No. If I want that, I'll go to a drag race.
Yeah, well,
and take care of that. She then said, I figured out the way to be able to take my mom and go places and go on girl trips. I just have to buy you NASCAR tickets. Yeah. If you just buy me NASCAR tickets, all-inclusive paid vacation, I get to go to NASCAR races, and you get to do whatever you want. I'm pacified at that point.
Yeah. Awesome.
But that's all I got. But everything else is fine, man. Everything is good.
That's good. I got Formula One league action tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'm doing some testing today, hopefully later this afternoon, with my teammate who lives in England.
Now, are you telling him about the podcast? If not,
I've mentioned the podcast, and I have the logo as my gamer picture. So
okay, but have you mentioned it to your teammate?
Yeah, I've told him about it.
Did he say you'd check it out?
I'm sure he will at some point.
The numbers have not reflected.
Well, the numbers never reflect.
Oh, the numbers reflect. The numbers reflect, my friend. But I'm glad everything's going well. Hope everything's going well out there for everybody listening to the show and watching the show on YouTube. Forgive me. I'm looking down with the peripherals trying to figure out everything until we get a producer in here that'll be willing to work for nothing at first. So if any volunteers out there want to be a producer for In the Marbles and have a flexible schedule, write me an email at inthemarbles@hotmail.com and your application will be reviewed.
I like that.
But if you got nothing else, man, we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. We got some news to cover, so we're going to hop into the news. 2 pieces of news I got. One, the 2021 NASCAR schedule will be out by mid-August as per Steve Phelps, the president of NASCAR. Not a big story, but interesting to see what the 2021 schedule will look like with the changes to the track as far as Nashville. And in this piece of news, the talk of the town, Bubba Wallace in talks with Richard Petty Motorsports for contract renewal for 2021. It will include a pay raise and part ownership of the race team. He's also in talks with Chip Ganassi Racing in the 42 since they have a common sponsor in
McDonald's. Yeah. That has become a very interesting piece of news in the last 24 to 48 hours.
It really has, and I'm curious to see where it will go. I don't know if Bubba will be willing to take the money or if his passion for racing and go maybe to Ganassi or wherever, but he is the hot ticket item. He is the guy who's going to get the most attention right now.
I heard that there were a couple of drivers that were in not really talks, but are kind of there for the 43 ride. As in, like, I think there's a couple of people that they're looking at.
I saw that too, but that maybe another driver, maybe a Corey LaJoie.
Right.
I can't think of any other more offhand. Maybe Austin Cindric. Maybe, but he's really committed with Penske here, so I don't know. But and a few more drivers. No names have been mentioned yet, so I'm curious to see where that will go. But that was kind of the big topic right now. It's the silly season's starting to heat up a little more in the NASCAR world.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. It was very interesting, though.
Yeah, but other than that, there's really no news going on. We're looking forward to Michigan this weekend. We'll get into more detail about that later on in the show. Mm-hmm. But you have any other news?
I do not. It was I said, it's been just kind of quiet.
Kind of a slow news week.
I don't know, unless I'm just missing things. I know some people they find like offshoot news things that are very important. I mean, everything could be important at some point, but I just don't really see anything that catches the eye when I jump on Twitter. And usually I do tend to see it. It just usually pops up, but I haven't really seen a whole lot. So
yeah, I haven't either, but I guess this is as good a time as ever just to wrap up the news and get into the British Grand Prix.
Yeah.